There are a lot of videos and books and tweets that will tell you things like, if you can dream it, you can be it. And that's just simply not true. Because I can dream of a lot of things that I can't be, and so can you. And there's a whole genre of literature called fantasy, which is about things that we can't be. However, in looking at success and being successful and looking at accomplishing life goals and things like that, the corollary of that is absolutely true. If you can't dream of something, then that is a reality that will never ever come to exist. I'm Bill Snodgrass. Welcome to this episode. About 13 years ago, a friend of mine and I had a company that we were running, was doing website design and database programming and those kinds of things. And around 2005, we sort of became interested in online magazines. And we looked at what was out there, and we looked at all the different online magazines that we could find, and we were specifically interested in fantasy and science fiction. And what we found was a lot of people who were treating the internet as if it were a paper and an ink medium. And we got to thinking that wouldn't it be amazing if the online magazines in fantasy and science fiction could embrace the technology of the internet, of dynamic data, of words that can be changed on the fly, of things that need not be static. So we imagined what the perfect online magazine would be like, and then we set out to build that. That imagined image of what the perfect web magazine could be like guided the development of our mission statement, our goals, our methods, our procedures, our policies. Everything unfolded from what we imagined the perfect online magazine would be. Ultimately, the reality that was realized was a very close approximation to what we had imagined. We had to make some compromises and some limitations based on the reality of our resources, but the final product was very close to that thing that we imagined. It is the ability to imagine how things could be. That happens to Casey Neistat all the time. And it just happened to me. It's the ability to imagine how things could be that feeds your goals. Your goals need to be fed off of the food of your imagination. In one of my recent success videos, if that's what they are, a viewer commented that the successful life it's not about the little bitty pieces. It's the sum of all the little pieces. They said that there are a lot of goals, and there should be a feeling of success incrementally as you work towards some large life-changing objective or life-changing giant goal. And there's a lot of different language around goals and missions and objectives and those things. And so I agree with that if your goals are all small and very easily obtainable, then you're not really feeding your goals and making them grow up. Then you're not giving those goals large life-changing potential, which is really what can happen. So your dreams and your imagination are the food that make your goals grow. It is the food that makes your goals become big and makes them take on life and makes them able to change life. If your goal is, I think I'll get to work on time, and that's a good goal, and you can probably accomplish that goal every single day. It's a very simple, measurable, attainable, compatible goal. But the dreams and the imagination will feed things like, I think I'm ready to change my career, or I think I'm ready to do that next step in education. And when you have these goals that are life-size, and then you put all the little goals in place lined up behind them. That's when the goals become life changers. And in order to do that, you have to be able to imagine yourself in that final state. You have to imagine yourself in that final form of a college graduate. When we set out on the magazine to give it power and to make it the most effective online publishing system that we could come up with, that image, that vision that we had for the magazine ultimately guided us through the goal setting process, where we set our goals and our objectives and our mission statement and all of those other things. And that was the imagination and the dream that propelled all that. It was the imagination and the dream that fed that. So what kind of dreams do you have? What is it that you imagine for your future? Is it playing a sport? Maybe playing a sport in college. Maybe you're done with college and you're looking for a partnership in the firm. Maybe your dream is some type of a house in a certain location, or maybe you want to be able to impact lives. Whatever your dream is, here's the question: is your dream big enough to feed your goals? Is your dream expansive enough? I said at the beginning of the video, just because you can dream something doesn't mean you can achieve it. But if you can't dream it, if you can't imagine it, it'll never happen. So you need to make sure you have the kinds of dreams that are big enough to feed your goals, so that your goals can grow large enough to change your life. So that's it. Feed your goals with your imagination and with large dreams that are substantial enough and large enough, and imagining things that are big enough, and imagining things that are big enough and large enough to feed your goals and let your goals grow such that they can literally change your life. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of thing, and so subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications so that you never miss out. And leave me a comment. What are you dreaming of? What do you imagine your life is going to be like? Do you have any questions, anything like that? Leave a comment, share this with someone else, and we'll see you in the next episode.